The M26E1 was a post-war modification of two ordinary M26 Pershings. These two tanks had the T-54 gun installed, essentially the same gun as found in the Super Pershing, just redesigned to take shorter, thicker shell cartridges. This change to the gun was the only real difference between the regular M26 and the E1 variant. So is this upgraded gun worth your money, or just like the American Army in real life, should you cut the funding and invest in a better tank? Alright lads, today I'm going to be talking about the performance, weapons and playstyle of the M26E1. Starting as always with the basics, this vehicle is a rank 4 battle rating 6.7 medium tank located in the American tech tree. Being a rank 4 premium, it will only be effective at researching other vehicles between the ranks of 1 and 5. To get this tank, you'll have to purchase the vehicle from the tech tree for a cost of 7,480 golden eagles. Being a tech tree premium, this tank does not come with any additional golden eagles or premium time. After purchasing the tank, you will have a small crew train cost of 10,000 silver lions. You can then additionally purchase the expert and ace qualifications for the tank, costing 360,000 silver lions and 990 golden eagles respectively. Unsurprisingly for a premium vehicle, the M26E1 has a fairly low repair cost of 4,500 silver lions. Going on to the rewards, this tank has a base RP modifier of 1.84, which gives you an RP modifier of 368% with a free-to-play account and 552% with a premium account. With a base silver lion modifier of 1.4, you will be making a steady income of silver lions. You can expect a 240% silver lion modifier with a free-to-play account and 420% with a premium account. So, is the M26E1 worth forking out nearly 8,000 golden eagles, and is it even the best rank 4 American premium? If you'd like to know the answer to these questions, then stick around for the rest of the video. Okay, so as usual, we're going to start with the engine and mobility. And as you can see, the M26E1 is powered by an engine producing 500 horsepower. Combined with the vehicle's weight of 42.9 tons, this engine gives the tank a power to weight ratio of 11.65 horsepower per ton. This is very poor for a medium tank, and is more comparable to that found in a heavy tank. For example, the German Tiger II SLA has a power to weight ratio of only 11 horsepower per ton. This poor power to weight ratio does make you feel rather sluggish on the battlefield. Regardless of your poor acceleration, you do have a respectable forward top speed of 40 km per hour and a decent 13 km per hour in reverse. Okay, so we're now going to a test drive. The first thing I'd like to point out is that this tank does not get the ability to neutral steer. This will significantly reduce your manoeuvrability in tight urban areas. In terms of acceleration, the tank is pretty poor. This is mainly due to its poor power to weight ratio we previously spoke about. While this tank is designated as a medium tank, it certainly doesn't drive like one, and it feels more like a heavy tank. Overall, the mobility of the M26E1 is very weak. It has a rather average top speed, both forwards and in reverse, and your weak power to weight ratio makes it very hard to actually achieve these top speeds. While this tank is designated as a medium, it certainly does not play like one. Driving this tank really does feel like driving the Tiger II in the German tech tree. This is important, as the job of a medium tank is to flank an enemy and get shots into their weaker side. And with the M26E1, by the time you've actually made it to the enemy's flanks, the war will be bloody over. Okay, so moving on to the armour and survivability of the tank. The first thing I want to point out is that the M26E1 has a crew of 5 men. While normally this would result in a pretty high survivability, if we turn the tank to the side, we can see that all 5 crew members are located in pretty close proximity to each other. This means any round with an explosive filler entering around here is likely to knock out 4 or more crew members in one shot, resulting in an instant death. We can also see in the side profile that, like the other American tanks, the main ammunition storage for this tank is located on the floor of the hull. Any round hitting this will result in an instant ammunition detonation, killing all crew members. Okay, so we'll now move on to the actual arm performance, and to do this we'll be using the APC-BC round fired from the Tiger II SLA. Starting as always with the lower frontal plate, you can see that we have around 200mm of effective protection. Moving to the upper frontal plate, and it drops significantly down to around 155mm, rising steadily to around 170mm. Moving up to the gun mantlet, you can see that in some places it's only 110mm thick, and in other places that rises to a 255mm of thickness. This does mean that the gun mantlet is a bit hit and miss, and you can be quite trolly. Moving to the turret cheeks, you can see that in some places it is an automatic ricochet as well as non-pens. While the armour of the turret is pretty good, you do have 2 main weak spots. Above either side of the gun mantlet, you have a flat area of the turret which can be penetrated rather easily. And as you can see, it will knock out the loader, commander, gunner and your main turret breach. Moving to the side of the hull, you can see we have a constant 80mm of effective protection. As we move to the turret, we have around 80 to 90mm of effective protection. And finally, the rear of the hull provides around 52mm of protection, and the turret buttle provides around 120mm of protection. Overall, the armor performance and survivability of the M26E1 is very weak. I told you in the last segment that this tank really has the mobility of a heavy tank, and I showed you in this segment that it really only has the armor of a medium tank. This means you are slow, unprotected, and easy to kill, fighting at a battle rating known for its high penetration guns and high explosive filler rounds. Okay, so moving on to the armament, you can see that the M26E1 is armed with the 90mm T54 cannon. Being a World War II tank, this gun is of course unstabilised, but it does have pretty good vertical guidance characteristics. It has 15 degrees of gun elevation, as well as 10 degrees of gun depression, which will allow you to use some ridge lines, especially with that pretty trolly gun mantlet. You can carry 41 rounds of ammunition in total, with 5 of those rounds being classed as first stage ammunition. Moving to the weapon reloading skill under the tank loader section, you see that we have a base reload of 14.4 seconds and a top reload of 11.1 seconds with an ace crew. Moving on to the targeting skill under the gunner section, you see that we have a base turret rotation speed of 16.8 degrees per second and a top speed of 24 degrees per second with an ace crew. Moving on to the modifications, it's worth noting that this tank does not get access to any range finding equipment, meaning your crew are unable to estimate the ranges to tanks further than 1 kilometer away. Moving on to the ammunition, you can see that we have 4 rounds available to choose from. Your stock shell is an armor-piercing ballistic cap round and travels at a speed of 975 meters per second, allowing it to penetrate 211mm of armor. It's worth noting that this round has no explosive filler and it does not have a cap on it, meaning it will struggle to penetrate angled armor. The next round is a standard high explosive fragmentation shell. It travels at the same 975 meters per second, but has an awful 13mm of armor penetration. The next round, and most useful round in my opinion, is the armor-piercing capped ballistic cap shell. This travels again at 975 meters per second, but can punch through 224mm of armor. It also contains a TNT equivalent of 137 grams of TNT filler, giving you amazing post-penetration damage effects. And finally, you have an APCR round. Travelling at a speed of 1143 meters per second, it can punch through 336mm of armor. Whilst it does have high penetration, it lacks an explosive filler, and it has very poor performance against angled armor, so I wouldn't really recommend using this round. Okay, so you join me now in a test drive. I'd just like to point out you get a pretty poor amount of zoom in this tank. You can't really zoom in too much. It does make it a little bit difficult trying to pick out weak spots at long range targets. But you do get a very nice field of view. You can maintain situation awareness even at long and close range. Overall, the firepower of the M26E1 is probably the best thing about this tank. Its main gun, for all intents and purposes, is essentially the same gun as found on the M26E1 Super Pershing. While the tank's reload of 11 seconds when fully ace is a little bit long, especially considering the Tiger II can reload every 7.5 seconds, it is nonetheless an incredibly powerful gun. While I've spoke about how the armour and mobility of this tank is a letdown, the gun certainly is not. If you can get yourself into a powerful position, you can use this gun to really rip up the enemy team. Now we've finished with the engine, armour and firepower sections, we'll now go on to some gameplay, followed by a conclusion. Okay, so welcome to Carpathians. We're going to go towards A, see what we can do. It might be a bit risky, we're not exactly the fastest tank in the world. Looks like it's a 7.7, of course it is, because every 6.7 game is now 7.7. Literally every single game that I have played tonight has been 7.7. Got a Panther 2. Ooh. That's why you don't. Oh, that's not good. Right, we're going to get into a little dip, also known as defilade / dead ground, if we can. For anyone wondering, this position on Carpathians up the hill, if you're shooting down into that little alley, it is 1,000 meters away. Don't know what that is. Well, it's 1,000 meters away in the rangefinder. It's a nice little tip for you. Right. Can't see bloody anything. Alright, well we got the Leo. That's a good full up tier kill. I think that guy's trying to hit me. I'm gonna pull back. Again, you can see that this tank, the mobility isn't amazing for a medium. So we're here in the good old camping spot. No one as of yet. Oh, there's a tiger. Can't really do much. Right, so we hit him right in the gun mantlet is... Well... That guy's just living like Larry. Could maybe have hit his lower frontal plate there. Oh, well, he's dead now. That Centurion Mark 10, he's got like a 300mm pen round. Oh, you little twat. Oh, nearly got him. Close but no cigar road, boy. Alright, welcome to Ash River. We're going to try and get in our same little spot, just here north of B. Don't think we'll actually get there though, because the tank isn't the most mobile things in the game, and that T-14 is probably going to beat us to it. This fucking retard. Oh well, calm a bitch. There's a tank there. There's a type. Oh, come on, reload. Please reload. Please reload. Oh, come on. I hope to God that he doesn't get a high explosive round in me. Oh, he fucking killed my, Oh, he burned to death. Oh, he killed the guy that was trying to run me. Well, like I said, karma. Unfortunate. Well, it's not unfortunate. Bad for him that he didn't have a... Oh, hull break. Hull broke the VFW. Where did that King Tiger just go? Am I seeing things? Like I said in a few other videos, if you can hold this position, it's so powerful. Oh, that guy realised that this wasn't a fight he was going to win. That was a bit too high. He will actually have better reload than me. He's getting strafed though by our friendly. You don't really want to trade with me, do you, mister? So we do have pretty good control of the map at the minute. Oh, we got him. Oof. Oh, that's not good. That's a bloody little Italian. Let's go default 800 meter. I do not have visual. Oh, a bit low. Said it was 700 then. I'm going to ping him on the map just to make sure my teammate know. Ah, he's gone out of RV now. Anyone else trying to pass? Yeah, there's a bloody Yag. Yag something. Don't like them. They're very, very hard to pen. Got his cannon barrel. Not sure that should have actually hit his cannon barrel there. I think he's going to get the fuck out. Ah, you little bugger. Sounds like there's someone here. I think there is someone behind us. So we're kind of isolated at the minute. Yeah, there's a Yag Tiger below us. It's not good. We can only kill that Yag Tiger from the side. That little bastard's back as well. Don't think I'll be able to get a second shot at him. I can hear someone. Oh, shit. What a bloody knob. How did he not see me? Oh, there's another one there. Where are you all coming from? Type 61. I could really use some help, team. need help. Please. Fine. Chaps. At B. Is that guy gone? I can still hear another one below me. I can't really push out though because he... Oh, he's not still here. He sounds to have vacated. But it's just the threat he poses. I'm gonna point our gun there. Oh, that's not good. Should be able to get this guy. A ricochet! What? How's that a non-pen? $550. There's no way that's $550. What shot me? Oh, bloody bastard. Well. What is he doing? Why is he running? See, I can't really do much about him. Oh, that guy's dead. Kind of just want to get holed up here. Did he kill that? He's still not dead. See, he can't really... He isn't going to be able to shoot me, really. Unless I make a massive mistake. Like... He doesn't have a turret, so he can't even push out. He's got to push out and then turn his hull. What even kills are we on? 7? Bloody hell. You're in for a treat today. Oh, I don't know what that was. I can hear something below me. Need to kill him. Oh, please. No. I don't even know where we can pen him. Show me that side, baby. Yes! He's probably the thing that I'm scared of most. So with him severely, I can't see who the hell that IS-2's fighting. There's no point really pushing at the minute. We do have all the caps. Oh, I see you, you little bastard. Ah. So, game over. 8 kills. 1 assist. Not bad. To conclude, I believe that the M26E1 is a pretty good tank, but a relatively poor premium, especially compared to America's other rank 4 premiums. I want to be clear, I do like this tank a lot, and as you've seen from the gameplay, this gun can be devastating to enemies. It is, however, by no means overpowered. The lack of armour and mobility do seriously limit your potential on the battlefields of War Thunder, just as they did in real life on the battlefield of the Korean Peninsula. Now we come on to the other American premiums at rank 4, and boy does this tank have competition. You have the legendary T29 heavy tank, as well as the good old M46 Tiger medium tank, the latter of which basically beats the M26E1 in every way. For a start, the M46 Tiger is cheaper at 6,090 Golden Eagles. It has a better power to weight ratio of 18.5 compared to the M26E1's 11.7. While the hull and turret armour of the tanks is pretty much the same, the increased mobility of the M46 vastly increases the survivability compared to the M26E1. The M46 also has a heater fest round, which renders a long-barreled 90mm of the M26E1 rather redundant. The only real downside of the M46 in comparison is that the Tiger is battle rating 7.0 rather than battle rating 6.7. The T29 is also a battle rating 7.0 vehicle, and it has better armour, firepower, and pretty much the same fire rate as the M26E1. Again, I want to make it clear that I love the M26E1, and it is a decent tank for its battle rating, but for new players looking to buy a rank 4 American premium, I cannot recommend this tank. The T29 and M46 tanks are far better for new or cash conscious players. As always lads, I hope you found this video helpful, and thank you very much for watching.